Police are not bad. I like police. The problem is you have race soldiers pretending to be police. There's nothing in the police manual that says execute people. Come on! Tariq, who's being executed? I said, Philando Castile, Alton Sterling, the brother of Brazil down there in Houston. They started stuttering again. Then the white cop asked me, he was like, well, Tariq, all this race soldier talk, do you even know the race of the cop down there in Florida? I said, yes, sir, he's a white Latino. Then he said, that just shows how ignorant you are, Tariq. He's Hispanic. I said, sir, and that's the key, remain cool. All that name calling, I stayed cool. I said, sir, Hispanic is not a race. The man and the woman started attacking. Oh, how dare you say Hispanic is not a race? Hispanic is their own race. That's so insulting to Hispanics. Hispanic is a race. Dr. Drew butted in and said, Tariq is right. Hispanic is not a race. That man and woman had the word nigger on the tip of their tongue. They were turning blood red. They wanted to call me a nigga so bad because they didn't have an answer to what I was saying. I wouldn't let them frame it into a police narrative. So after the interview, I go back in the hallway of CNN. And they got monitors all over CNN, so everybody there can see what's happening. Wasn't no more smiles for me in CNN. All the energy was gone. No more smiles, no more hugs, and I'm walking through and I can just cut the tension with a knife and I'm being petty. I'm like, anybody valet in here? Can I get valet? They were looking at me like, get your black ass out of this studio. But family, that's why we have to frame the narrative ourselves. We have to say what it is and not let them take us down a road of BS, because that's what the white supremacists like to do. They like to deflect and detour, and we got to stop going for that, family. Just like when the brother out there in Dallas, Micah Johnson, the guy who went Rambo on the police down there. They keep trying to tie him into Black Lives Matter, and I'm not saying right or wrong, good or bad, but he was the spook who sat by the door.
Yeah.
Y'all know about that book in that movie?
Yeah.
Back in the 70s, a brother from Chicago, Sam Greenlee.
Yeah.
This brother wrote a book and they turned it into a movie called The Spook That Sat by the Door. The book was about a black CIA agent who went into the CIA, learned all the game, and then took that information back to the ghetto and trained gang members. Okay? What happened was, in the 70s, they would give a lot of money to independent black producers to make these blaxploitation films because these films were primarily directed towards a black audience. So white people didn't really care too much about it. Most of those movies had a get whitey thing. You know, most of those movies were like, you jive, turkey, I got to go get that white sucker. It was that type of stuff. So it was real cartoonish. So they would fund these movies would make a little profit, but then they funded The Spook Who Sat by the Door. This movie was telling black folks how to build bombs. This movie was telling black people how to snipe people, how to do logistics, how to train in the woods. It was telling people how to use street lights as coordinates to shoot people and commit guerrilla warfare and create a revolution. So they put the movie out, and then by the time the white supremacists figured out what the movie's about, it wasn't no get sucker, get whitey movie, they started to pull the movie out of theaters. And they banned that movie. They went and took and destroyed all the prints of the movie. Somebody stored one print. There was one print left of that movie. They stored it in a vault somewhere under a different name. A brother named Tim Reed. He's the dad on that old Sister Sister show. Y'all remember that? Yeah. Tim Reed found that print, put the film out on his production company, and that's why we know that movie exists today. So give it up for Tim Reed.